What's good? My name is Grits. I am a software engineer. I graduated college a year ago. I can tell you, I've been through hell and back, right? I got enough to tell you about how you can make your summer better and you can make your year better by networking. Yes, networking. If you're a computer science major, if you're still in college right now, you have to network. There's no way around it. There's no way you can strive in this industry that is growing and has more people every day without going out and networking, right? Because you're going to be in teams of people. How our industry works, how our jobs work, we are in teams of people. We don't work by ourselves and we just code all day long at our office. That's not how it works. We have to go out there and we have to meet people. Networking is the closest thing you'll ever do to become friends with everybody in the industry, right? It doesn't matter what level you are. If you are a student, if you are a junior software engineer, if you are a senior level programmer, it doesn't matter. Networking is something that everybody gotta do. You have to be willing to go out and put yourself out there to get the places and things that you want to get. Especially if you're a software engineer coming out of high school, coming out of college, and you don't have a job lined up yet, this is what you have to do. Go to your local networking events. Go to your local tech conferences that's happening this summer. You have to go to these things now, not later, now. Two things you gotta do as a computer science major right now. You have to be preparing for technical interviews and you have to be going to tech conferences. You have to be going to tech events. There's no way around it. If you were like me, you know this job market was hard. And it's still hard to this day. You cannot be transactional when you're networking. You have to be genuine. You have to cultivate relationships with people. That's how they will remember you. You have to think long term, right? If things can't work out for you now in this company or this recruiter, keep them in the back of your pocket. Continue to hit them up on LinkedIn. Continue to hit them up on Discord. Hit them up, period. Networking is no different from all the relationships that you've had all your life. The friends that you met in your math classes, the friends that you met in high school, the friends that you met in college, the friends that you're making right now in undergrad, it is no different from when you step into the real world, when you step into this job market. This is the same way you have to be approaching people. You want to be friends with everybody. So don't treat anybody like shit and don't walk around entitled because nobody owes you shit and you haven't done anything. You need to be humble in this job market. You need to be humble in this time right now. The tech industry is transforming. They hired a ton of people in the pandemic and the years after the pandemic, 2021, 2022. But now they're pulling back. So you have to be strategic in how you go about things. For all my software engineers, for all my tech people, my tech roles, my DevOps, my cloud engineers, anybody and everybody. Here are my four of my best tips of what to do when you go to networking events or tech hiring fairs. My first tip, you gotta walk in early for every day that the conference or the event is happening, and you need to walk and talk to all the booths and all the companies that are there. I've gone to enough tech events for this past year, and I've met a ton of good people. I've met a ton of good small companies, mid-sized companies that have won $100,000 in prizes in my face after I've met them. It's kind of a surreal experience, but there's still opportunity out here. You have to exhaust all the options. You have to exhaust everything, right? It doesn't matter if they're a small or mid-sized company. If they have a room and budget for you, they have a room and budget for you. But you don't know until you talk to them and you speak to them. So don't just dismiss anybody, right? You have to walk up and talk to everybody. If you miss something, you're probably going to miss one person that can probably change your life and give you your first role. My second tip, look for your specific interests and keep them as a priority. Whatever tech stack that you're focused on, whether it's DevOps, whether it's cloud engineering, government tech, back-end engineering, whether it's front-end, whether it's full stack, whatever your interest is, the number one companies that you should probably be talking to when you get into these events is the companies that are focusing or who are looking for people who specialize in that, right? Because you want to be first in the line, right? You want them to consider you first. And this is the things that you are highly skilled at. So it can be a better thing for you, right? Instead of, just taking whatever comes to you, if you're a cloud engineer, but, you get a job in the tech sales, does that really make you happy when you spent 4 years in college learning cloud engineering? You've learned Azure, you learned Google Cloud. I don't think so. So be strategic about what you like and what you want to do. For me, I'm a backend engineer, and I specifically do backend engineering. That's what I've learned most of my time in college. I'm really good at C, Java, C++, and all these other languages. I can do backend engineering. What can you do? My third tip, before the event or conference even starts, I want you to do full research on who's going to be at the event and who do you want to speak to. The last big tech event that I went to was Emerge Americas back in April in Miami Beach, Florida. I loved how Emerge coordinated everything because before the event started, they sent an email to us attendees talking about download our app so that you can get the best experience out of this event. What that means is if you sign up for their app, it's like signing up for Facebook. They get your name, they get your interests, they get what you do for a living, whether you're a software engineer, whether you're in business, you're in tech, but you're not really a tech engineer, whether you're a salesman, whether you're an investor, a venture capitalist, you're part of a VC firm, if you're a startup founder, whatever it is, you fill out everything and then you are matched with everybody who has the same interest or does the same thing that you do. This was a huge advantage for people like me who actually used the app before the event so that we could schedule our meetings with whoever we want to schedule with. We can hit up anybody that we are interested in hitting up in, and that when the event happens, when the day of the event comes, we can meet up with the people that we're interested in, and then we can form new relationships and new partnerships. If there's a recruiter that you want to hit up, for me, I spoke to several recruiters at the event, as you can see. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to being strategic and being intentional when coming to tech events, because you're here for a purpose. You don't want to come to the event brain dead and thinking, oh, what should I do next? Who should I talk to next? No, you should come to every tech conference, every tech hiring fair, every tech event with a plan so that you don't waste your time. So my advice to you is whatever tech conference or tech event you're going to, make sure you figure out everything that they got going on. If they have an app, download the app and create an account and connect with who you got to connect to so that when the day of the event comes, you got everything together. My fourth and final tip. I think this is a really good tip, but when you're at these tech conferences, these tech events, look for the VIP people. When I went to Emerge Americas, I came in as a student. Everybody who paid for a ticket or who was a student got these lanyards with this color. When you're a student, if you really want a job and you want to speak to people, look for the people with a different color tag. What I mean is, if you see everybody with this lanyard, look for the Microsofts. Look for the Googles. If they have the name of their company on their lanyards, take a look at them and go speak to them. So this way, you can go directly to the source. Chances are, if you meet these people, they're probably recruiters or they're people who have executive positions in their company. These are the people that you want to talk to. These are the decision makers. These are the people who make and break the thousands of people who apply to their companies. So speak to them. Have the balls to go up to them. You can't go to the VIP section. I've tried that. There's security there. They're going to kick you out. They're going to escort you out. But I would say it's better to hang around and wait around that VIP section because people come in and out all the time. If you happen to see a ton of people come in, maybe you can meet 1 or 2, 3 people and you can have a good conversation with them. Remember, you want people to like you because if they like you, there's greater chances they can get you in. And if you want to take it the next level, here's another tip. Whether the event is 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, try to find out what hotels and what restaurants are nearby or that are connected to the conference to where you can see these same people that you probably didn't meet at the event, that if you want to run into them, just so happen you ran into them, right? If you're comfortable with that. If you want to go to the nearby restaurant because you know these people are going to go to the restaurant later that night, go there. If you want to hang out at the hotel because if you know the executive people or the VIP people are going to be or stay at that hotel, do that. Whatever you can do, do it. Don't be creepy. Don't be intrusive, but be normal. I think that's a really good key. I didn't do that, but if you want to go the extra mile, Who says that hurts? These are all the tips that I got, and I'm gonna be honest, it's a process. You're not gonna get your next job like that, right? This tech job is hectic, right? But we're all in this together. I believe better days are coming for everyone. I know how it feels to be left on the side, right? But what I've learned and what I've gathered throughout my year is that you have to be cozy with people. You have to get somebody or some people to believe in you and to buy into you, because it's people making the decisions, not AI. If you're afraid of AI right now, don't be. It's still people we gotta get through. And I've heard plenty of success stories, plenty of hacks of people who have gotten jobs and roles because of who they know. And I would say balance it. Don't just only focus on all networking, because, you may still have to get through the tech interviews and the behavioral interviews. Get yourself organized, get yourself balanced, and do half of half. Put a lot of emphasis on your skills and data structures and algorithms, but put a lot of work into trying to get to know people and try to meet people who can get you in the door. Better days are coming. You just gotta grind and you gotta believe, because our day is coming soon. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'm a software engineer. I'm a tech person. If you're one like me too, I got more videos like this coming down the pipe. Click the post notifications so that you can be notified every time I drop a video. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see y'all soon.